past Saturday is offensive lineman Tristan Leigh. Y'all fire away with questions whenever you're ready.
How hard is it to, hey, I'm a left tackle this week, I'm a right guard the next week, now I'm a left tackle again. How hard is it to move around like that?
Um, Thank you for the question. It can be tough, just the different footwork, um, playing on a different side. But honestly, I'm glad that I was able to get that experience. 'Cause now I know I can help my team in different ways. And it's not ever easy to play different, but I think it was great experience, and now I know I can play that position. So it was great, honestly.
And people may say, why is it so different? But when you've got somebody that close to you, your kick step, drop step, whatever you want to call it, probably got to be a little smaller than it is if you're a tackle, where you can kind of swing out wide. What are some of the other differences?
Yes, sir. Yeah, that's the main one for sure. The tightening of the footwork. I'd also say the hand fighting starts sooner. At tackle, you're kind of setting and you meet the defensive end at a spot. Whereas it's the same thing at guard, but that spot is just quicker and they're closer to your body. That's one. I think also like pass protecting in both directions, like if that makes sense, like that's another one. Like whether you're sliding with the tackle or you're sliding inside to help the guard, what you do at tackle too, but just different. It's just different footwork. But as practice went on and then I got the game experience, I felt more comfortable as everything went on.
Has it been kind of a game changer to be getting all the reps at left tackle?
Um, I would say, I mean, it's that honestly, it's a blessing. I'm happy to be out there. I take pride and I take honor in the fact that my coaches and teammates trust me to have me out there, for that many reps. I enjoy it. I love playing. So it's a blessing. I'll be honest with you.
I assume it helps to just be the, knowing you're the guy and getting those reps piled up versus alternating.
Yeah. I don't know. There's, I don't know. That's a good question. I'm trying to think. I don't just give you Yeah, I say like definitely in practice, like when I knew we weren't doing that, I was doing extra conditioning after because I knew, that's probably a bigger toll on the body. I'd say that's probably the biggest difference. But I tried to set myself up during the week, and we conditioned in practice by finishing and stuff. So I felt good. But yeah, just higher reps. Honestly, that's the biggest difference. But it's just it's football.
What's it been like being here and kind of learning about this Clemson-South Carolina rivalry thing?
Yes, sir. Oh, it's been great. I'm from Virginia, and Virginia Tech, where I'm growing up, that's the big rivalry. And moving here, I didn't understand it at first, like the magnitude of it. But you get into the culture of where we're at, and then you see how it means a lot to a lot of people. And honestly, I think that's great because we're in a position to play for something bigger than ourselves. It's a big game in the state of South Carolina, and we can make a lot of people happy on Saturday in this state. So I think we all take pride in that, and I'm just blessed to be a part of it.
After your family kind of moved here to be with you, did they get a sense of what it was all about, talking to people, that they were, hey, this is what it is like?
Most definitely. I would say with our neighbors, for sure. We have a neighbor who's like all Carolina, and they weren't as quick to be confront us as the Clemson people, but you kind of just see it everywhere. Everybody's one or the other, but there's still that Southern hospitality. Everybody's kind anyway, but it definitely gets competitive. I've seen in every aspect.
Watching last year, even though you're on the sidelines, could you tell though that there was a little different edge in that game?
Yeah, you can definitely tell. Like I said, that's a big one. Like it's one of our goals. Win the state championship. Because every game is the most important game, but some got a little little spice to them, and that's definitely one of them for both sides. You can feel it. You can feel the tension. But you know, it's two great teams, two great programs battling out, so it's always gonna be great.
There.
Yes, sir.
What do you remember about the environment down there?
It was electric. I remember being great. I went to the South Carolina-Alabama game my junior year, and I just remember their fans being great. They're fully bought into South Carolina. They love their team. They love their coach. It was a great atmosphere, honestly. Yeah, it was fun to watch.
Thanks, Tristan. How much confidence do you see the offensive line as a whole has gained over these last 2 or 3 weeks, just stringing together
Yes, sir.
some of these performances?
I'd say we're playing with a lot of confidence. You know, we get confidence from our preparation and the work that we put in. And I feel like how we played the last 3 weeks is just a result of just that, our work. And as great we feel like we've played, we're just as excited to continue that on Saturday and, you know, give our team everything we got.
Any questions for Tristan virtually? Anybody else in the room?
I think Coach Sweeney said that, Will Shipley, it's good things happen when he's mad. I mean, can you tell in the field that he's like a little mad after something goes wrong? Like, what's it like?
Yeah, I mean, he's just, you know, he's a dude, and you know, he's an edgy guy, all right. And when he's playing with the edge, and you see that fire, I think it's contagious to our whole offense, you know, because you know I'm seeing that guy, I'm like, that makes you want to run through a brick wall for somebody. You can see that red in their eyes, and I mean, just his effort and the way he plays is inspiring to the rest of the team, and I think the whole stadium really. So I'm just blessed to be able to block for him.
So like when he comes back to the huddle, like after the fumble possession, like you can kind of see it in his eyes, like
Yes, sir.
the intensity, like what?
Yeah, you can see it. I went over to talk to him, and you know, he's like, I'm good. I'm getting it back. Like you just know what you're gonna get from him after that. Like y'all could tell he was about to bring it, which is good. You know, but yeah, I talked to him. He's just like, I'm gonna get it back. Trust me, I'm gonna get it back. So yeah.
Back to you on the technical side of things, and you know, watching you coming out of high school, the technical side of it, your punch, to me, has gotten so much better. Fighting with your hands, is that something that you really have concentrated on?
Yes, sir. First of all, thank you. I appreciate that. And most definitely, my high school, we ran a wing tee offense, so it was just your hand in the dirt, going vertical. And our pass protection, we passed maybe 4 times a game. It's kind of just jelly set back and then just, you know, just keep them in front of you playing basketball. And I knew when I got here, you know, quickly going against some of our elite pass rushers we have, like I'm going to have to play to my strengths and play long and have a strong punch. And that's something I really appreciate you saying that, because I try to work on that since I got here. We got this it's a punch bag in the weight room, and I like to put this like rubber pad and just work on the like 1-2, 1-2, the punching. And we do a lot of drill work with Coach Austin, working on that initial punch. And something that Brandon Thomas has been helping me a lot with is like not just throwing them, but like throwing them like with intention, like, you know, working a like punch grab or switching your hands, flashing, different stuff like that. But yeah, I'm trying to just get my game, improve my game any way I can. And, you know, at tackle, punch is a big part of that, an offensive line. But I really appreciate you saying that. Thank you.
So now they teach you when an offensive or a defensive lineman jumps, what do you do?
Like when they jump in the air?
Yeah.
They jump in the air, you push them down, try to get a knockdown.
Had you ever done that before you got here?
No, I actually hadn't. A couple of times on field goal in high school, I did that, but I never really had most of the time in high school, I would just, there normally wasn't like a 3-5, like a 3-tech, like, so there really wasn't a threat of a twist. So I would just jump set the defense end if we were passing, which we only did a couple of times. But no, I never had that opportunity, but it's fun to do. I like it.
So when you got here coming out of that wing tee and you ran your first skelly in practice, and all of a sudden we're flying down the field, we're running a tempo period. What was that like for you?
That was definitely a tough adjustment. You know, getting the stance was huge for me. I think getting my stance, and, you know, it's still not exactly where I want it to be, but it's definitely better than when I got here. But I quickly figured out how important like little things and details are in offensive line play, and you know, especially a tackle, like your stance. If you're a millisecond late, you know, that's the difference between a sack or you washing him past the quarterback. So really just being comfortable in a stance and finding a stance where I can make all my steps out of, that was the toughest part. But that first Skelly, it wasn't pretty. I false step, I overset, you name it. But it's cool to have that, you know, footage to look back on, and you know, it improve. I can keep improving, and hopefully I'll look back on like what I'm doing right now next season and be like, wow, I've gotten so much better. And that's what it was about for me, improvement. Just want to keep improving.
Last question. Did anybody ever give you the Jackson Carmen comparison?
Just, I think Coach Sweeney, he said something about our feet, like the dancing bear. He said that one time, and we're both big with curly hair. I've heard that a couple of times. But I watch his stuff all the time. You know, Jackson's as talented as an offensive lineman there is. But yeah, no, he's fun to watch. But yeah, I get the curly hair and I've gotten that a couple of times.
Anybody else for Tristan? All right, Tristan. Thank you, man.
All right. Hey, thank you guys for your time. I appreciate it.